Today I think I'm going to paint another picture. We have some trees, some reflections, some foreground, a couple of birds, something like that. I'm going to start out with a liquidy white color. Cover the canvas. I just use like a house painting brush to do this. I don't use one of my artist brushes to put the thin white on. And try not to put too much of this on, just a little bit. Try to spread it out as much as possible. Tends to splatter a little bit, so you have to be kind of careful with it. Alright, so I have that covered. I think I'll use like a light magenta sky today. Just try to mix it up a little bit. I haven't used that color too much in the skies. Grab a little bit of that. I'll take my 1.5 inch brush and mix it with magenta. Start at the top. Work down. I don't want it too strong, so I'm not applying too much pressure. Basically light. Figure out what my horizon line is going to be. It's going to be right here. Just draw that in like that. Daniel, hello. Queena. I think that's how you pronounce it. Hello, thanks for coming over. Gotta get a little lighter as I come down. Bring it down, bring it down. Sorry about the background noise. People cutting grass, and the air conditioner on behind me. I'm out on a porch here. That's really the only place I can have to paint. So. So We're going to take that same color, straight magenta. I'm going to work it into the bottom here. Let it blend upward. Go back. Alright, so now we got some depth. Now, see, it still looks like it's going back. It's darker as it comes towards you. I think I'm going to paint some trees in the background. I'm going to have like some land here, some bushes in the front, maybe some clouds. I haven't completely decided yet. I'm going to take a blender brush, mop brush. Let's go in here where the horizon line is. A little blendy. Make some round circular motions. Where the water is and blend. Now I want to have some clouds in there that are a little bit more purplish. I'm going to take some of that same color I was using and add some blue to it. Queen, thank you. Appreciate that. Take some Prussian blue, add it to the same color I was using there. Make a color I can use to make clouds. Try to get it to the right shade of purple that I want. Add a touch of white into it. And just kind of figure out where I want clouds to be. Making a little bit of a circular motion. Circular motion. That's already too blue. I can tell just right there when I brought it up to the... I don't want it that blue. Cloud there. And up here, I'll put a little bit of a larger cloud. Tap it out as it goes this way. Smaller cloud here, so it looks like it's depth going in there. Good. Over here, sort of balance it out a little bit. Maybe like a stringy cloud right here. You sort of look at it and say, what do I need to do to make it look balanced? That's what I'm trying to do. I wouldn't want to put 3 clouds over here and nothing over here. I want to balance the whole picture. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to take my undery brush, wash it off, clean it up. Make sure it's completely clean. No bits of paint in it. Wash that brush up. So that's. See, when you blend, you have to get the brush clean. As clean as possible and dry. It has to be dry. It's not going to come out too good. I'm going to have to use about 3 or 4 paper towels to get it clean. As clean as can be, dry as can be. I'm going to take my mop brush and in the bottoms of the clouds, just kind of dry. Has to be dry. Just give it a little bit of a turn right there. So that sort of diffuse the bottoms of them. Not touching the top, just the bottom. I'm not overdoing it, just a little turn. Now over here, I'm going to use the right side of the brush and make a little bit of a circular motion to that. Just touching the top bottoms. Totally. There's a tendency to want to over blend them. Well, they look better under blended. Blended. At the bottom here, so we can wind it up a little bit. And these, I just go down. That's all you have to do with those. So pull them a little bit. If they're too dark, you can kind of work them just a little bit more. So you take some of the darkness out of them. Now, clean the brush again. This is possible. Sheev. I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. Bacht. Good morning. Thanks for coming on. Glad you're here. Now, the next thing to do to blend them is take a circular motion like this. Don't go straight up. Just go like that. Sort of pull them up a little bit, fluff them up. Side do the same thing, sort of fluff it. Pull it up a little bit. This side I'm going to go this way. Like that. A little fluffiness. Fluff it up, not over blending. Now I'm going to take the brush, a gentle stroke. I'm just going to go sideways just a little bit. Sort of push the cloud into the sky there. Sort of knock it down just a little bit. up. There we go. That's all we have to do. There's some clouds up there floating around. New subscriber from India. That's exciting. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for subscribing. There we go. So we have some nice clouds here. Now the next step will be to grab some black paint. Black paint. Mix it with the purple that I have on there. I'm going to put some trees in there. I'm going to take this brush that I need to wash here. I need to wash this brush. It's be sort of like a silhouette scene, sort of like some land, some trees, the land in the foreground. Something like that. Nothing too complicated. Change my mind. I'm going to use a different brush. I'm going to use this brush here. Black, blue, dark purple, reddish color. Not straight black, just a little bit tainted with red. I'm going to figure out what my land is. It's going to be, say, right here. Now my canvas doesn't move around too much. A reddish black color, a little bit of blue. This would be a little land area here. Make it a little bit higher on those corners so it kind of leads the eye into the picture. This is a filbert brush, a large filbert brush I'm using. It's basically straight across. So right here, it's sort of going like this. So I want it to be straight across. I'm going to a little higher on this side. I'm going to add some paint down here where the reflection is. Reflect the land. I want the reflection probably darker, if anything, than what's on top. Gives us some land area there. That's Sheev, thank you. Trying to sort of match the top there. It's a little higher there, you want to make it a little bit lower there. All right, so that's that. Now I want to put in some trees on the top. Use a lot of black, some red. I just figure out when I want to have a tree, just tap it in. This is a little paint on the brush. Maybe a tree there. I think I want a little bit darker than that, so I'm going to add a little bit more black into it. That'll be one tree, then there's another tree over here. Make them look a little bit more clumpy. No, I'm not going to put any mountains in this one. All right, that's going to look really cool. Thank you. D's N. Thank you. Thanks again, Mark. I wish he was back. Yeah, see, I'm just putting in the leaves in the tree because I know I'm going to have some trunks coming down shortly. Maybe here's a gigantic tree right here in the background. Large clumps of paint. See, it's nice to have that dark silhouetted against the background. That looks good. And maybe to fill in this area just to make a smaller tree right here. And there's a tree right here in my mind. Just trying to keep this basically dark. These are mostly black. So it doesn't have to get too complicated. Let's turn around. So military career. Yellow again. I know, it's true, isn't it? Days End, that is true. Phoenix, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. There's one right there. See, what makes it look nice is the contrast between the dark and the light. That's what makes this painting kind of special. The challenge in this picture is reflecting the trees and the water. So I'm gonna sort of go backwards, what I just did. I just sort of put an idea of those trees in there. There's a tree right here. Just sort of doing it backwards. I'm angling the brush opposite of what I just put on. There's a big tree there. I'm trying to make it as clumpier as it is on the top. That's a word. Just to give it a little bit of reflecting feel to it. Okay. I'm going to put this brush down for a minute. I'm going to take a liner brush, put it with some black. I think I'll add a little bit of brown to it just to kind of change the flavor of it slightly. So that's straight black. I try not to use straight black if I put this. Kind of mix it up a little bit. But it is dark. Make sure I put enough paint in on the brush. And sort of figure out where I want a trunk in there. Some branches, some trunks. Try not to put them perfectly straight, so to bend them a little bit, so they have a little bit of character to them. Days in. I'll put a mini thing like that. Oh yeah, that's not. It's not that hard. Just take some practice, really. I'm trying to make it look like this, sort of like behind this row of bushes, so I'm not bringing the trunk over the bushes. So we have those. Now come in with some smaller ones. It's gonna look like there's some branches out there. Sort of connect it a little bit better. So I have something to hold up those leaves. There for a minute. They don't all have to be connected. You can leave one sort of hanging out there a little bit. With that done, it's a simple picture. It's not a complicated picture. Now the next step would be to, where's my large brush? Next step would be to, where's my large brush? I'm losing a brush here. Take my gigantic brush and wash it completely. And the next one. Probably should have two of these floating around. Maybe I'll go buy one today. Have an extra one, so I don't have to clean it all the time. Dry as possible. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot about something. I forgot to sort of put in the lines where the branches are. I mean the trunks. Just sort of remind us of that. what I do is a little bit of compression of some branches coming out there. Large brush, I'm sure it's way clean. And dry. Now figure out where you want your horizon line to be, where the land meets the water. Just grab it and pull. Grab it and pull. Grab it and pull. Right over where the tree is. Pull. Pull. I'm wiping the brush a little bit as I do it. Tree down there. Pull. A little bit of a wipe. Pull it, distort it. Now I need to go back and wash the brush completely again before I try to go sideways with it. Dry as possible. Possibly as dry as possible. Now I'm going to go across. Shimmy to it. And how it comes out is how it comes out. You can't really manipulate it too much. A little bit of green there. That's all right, I'm going to go over it anyway. Make it straight across. It's not gonna look good if it's not straight across. Pretty good. Actually looks a little bit misty in the background too. It's kind of cool. Now we just look at that from a couple feet beyond. I think I want to kill it a little bit here in places. It goes straight down a little bit more. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to mess it up too much. Just kind of knock it down a little. All right, that's good. Don't piddle with that too much. I think it looks pretty good there. What's happening is I have a little bit of green on this easel. It's messing up that a little bit. All right, so let me grab a white. Open it. if I can put a water line in the distance here. This is going to break up the land back there. Everywhere it's too bright, I'll just go back and kind of knock it down a little. Get the lines straight. You have to keep these pretty straight. If they're too bright, just go over them a little. Like that. It wouldn't be that bright because it's a silhouette, you know, so it's not going to be too bright back there. Artistically, it looks a little bit better to have that separation in there. A little bit over here, more. And a couple out in the water, a couple of ripples here and there. A little bit of a watery feelingness out there, not too much. All right, so I need a foreground. I'm going to take the brush I made the trees with. Take off your gloves. I take the brush I made the trees with. I'm going to put out some more black. Some of that on my palette. Red, black. And I'm going to push up, make some bushes in the foreground. Foreground here. I'm leaving a little bit of that red in there, so it gives a little bit of a nice feel in there. Foreground area. Let me look at it from behind for a second. I can tell this needs to be up a little higher here. Leave it like that, or put a tree up in the front. What do you guys think? Should I leave it like that, or should I put a tree in here? It's going to make it too busy looking if I had a tree. Any ideas? Break up that land a little bit. I think I'm going to leave it like this. I think I'm going to leave it like this. Give a little bit of highlight in the front, maybe. And in here, we'll add a little bit of purple highlight there, just to break up that black expanse there. All right, I'm going to call this one done. Leave it like that? Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to put a signature on there. And my white paint, I'm going to use a little bit of white and red maybe that's inside. And I'll sign it over here, I think. Signature over here. That one. Shows up a little bit better. I guess that was with the year. A little bit brighter there for the A's. See a little bit better. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. Yeah, the reflection, that was kind of a tough part, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this picture. I'll be back for another one probably, not tomorrow, maybe next Tuesday, maybe, or Monday. Hope you guys like that one. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.